Hello everyone, welcome to Sam's Science View channel. In today's video, we are going to see a science fact. Peanuts aren't actually nuts. Before starting the video, please watch this entire video and support my channel, and you can comment about this video. Now let's get into the video. It's no lie that people are nuts about nuts, and for good reason too. These tiny but mighty snacks pack a huge punch, helping you fight heart disease and boost your brain power. And I am willing to bet that you probably reach for peanuts when your tummy rumbles. As a matter of fact, an average American eats 3 pounds of peanut butter a year, according to the Texas Peanut Board. With that said, there is nothing wrong with having a low key passion for peanuts. They literally have the word nut in them, so there is nothing to fear, right? Not so fast. Turns out, peanuts have been masquerading as nuts this whole time. If you want to get technical about it, peanuts are actually considered as legumes, while real nuts grow on trees. Peanuts grow in pots that mature underground. Other types of legumes, such as lentils and peas, also grow beneath the surface. Additional nut fruits include cashews, walnuts, pistachios, and almonds. Botanically speaking, they are classified as seeds of the trees or fruits they grow on. Pecans and hazelnuts, on the other hand, are considered bona fide nuts. They also grow on trees, but unlike pistachios or almonds, which grow in small bunches, pecans and hazelnuts contain only one nut surrounded by a hard shell. If walnuts would talk, this is what they would say. Still, you can rest assured that calling these imposters nuts isn't necessarily wrong in every context. While their physical structure and nutritional benefits more closely resemble that of the other legumes, their use in diets and cuisines more closely resembles that of nuts. And that shouldn't stop you from chowing down on these nutritional superstars either. So, what are you waiting for? Reach for a handful of healthiest nuts you can eat. And the fitting food into categories is a tricky business. Tomatoes and avocados grow like fruit but taste like vegetables. A watermelon is actually a berry, and so is an eggplant. And if that weren't hard enough to swallow, it turns out that most of the nuts we love to munch on aren't really nuts at all. Almonds, pistachios, peanuts, cashews, and even pecans, they are all just masquerading as nuts. How did we get it so wrong? The trouble is that buyers and botanists think about nuts very differently. Consumers consider what's on the grocery shelf. If a woody shell encased food is small, roundish, natural, dry, and crunchy, we are likely to call it a nut. But a botanist considers the whole plant. A true botanical nut is a dry fruit with a single seed encased in a hard, non splitting ovary wall. The hard outer shell of a true nut doesn't open on its own. Think of walnuts, chestnuts, hazelnuts, and acorns. So, in the conclusion, what we can say is virtually all other nuts, however, don't make the cut. The peanuts, for instance, usually have two seeds and easily break open because they grow in a pod. They are technically a legume, a family of plants that produce their fruit, often beans, in a pod and have more in common with snow peas than actual nuts. Almonds, cashews, and pecans, on the other hand, are actually seeds inside a drupe or a stone fruit. Instead of the hard outer shell of a true nut, a drupe has a fleshy outer layer surrounding a pit that contains the seed, just as a cherry or a mango does. Almond seeds develop within a green, fleshy fruit, and cashews emerge from green, red, and yellow cashew apples. For many drupes, we eat the juicy fruit and discard the pit, but for nut like drupes, we do the opposite. Remove the outer layer, also called the husk, and eat the seed inside the pit. So, we come to the conclusion that these peanuts are not actually a nut because they come under a leguminous family, and so don't misunderstand that peanuts are nuts. So that's it for today's video. Hope so you got some hopeful scientific facts and about these peanuts which are not a nut, and do get cleared about some science facts by getting related and getting connected with this channel. Do comment about this video. We will see in the next science fact treasury series. Until then, it's goodbye from Sam. Take care.